I'm here with Coach Mark Misch of the UCCS men's track team. Coach, how you doing today?
Fantastic, beautiful spring day outside. It's nice to see the grass turning green, leaves coming back on the trees. It's outdoor track season.
And now, Coach, we haven't talked in a while. Have had a couple of meets. Let's just, go briefly through them. You went to the Jerry Quiller Classic, the Bobcat Invitational, the Alex Francis Classic, and the Kip Meyer Memorial, and then last weekend went to the Colorado College Invitational. Kind of tell me, how those went and what did your team learn from those?
It makes me tired just listening to all those meets you said we went to. No, some of those were actually at the same time over spring break, so we had some people different places. But they've gone well. We this outdoor season we're redshirting a few guys. Carson Aberly, Colin McCloskey, David Camayo. So we're kind of we're not really chasing marks, I should say, like national marks as much as we are just a lot of our younger guys getting some experiences and trying to just improve and work on PRs and things like that. So overall, we've been fortunate so far to get some quality things done. Just trying to think back, the Jared Quiller meet, that was pretty low-key. His first meet after the indoor season. Only had a few guys compete. They did okay. Then the next weekend we had some guys at Fort Hays racing Friday night in a distance carnival they have out there. The weather was fantastic. Had a lot of PRs there in the 5,000. Mitch Klump, Corey Brown both ran great in that race for them. And then let's see, we had a couple guys down in Texas, Seth Polich and Matt Winfrey ran down in the Bobcat Invitational, Texas State, and they both did pretty good. And then the Mines, the Kip Meyer meet, it was pretty hot that day, but windy in the afternoon. But we did have some good performances as well. So, it's kind of a mixed bag. I mean, you're always going to have a few things that aren't quite where you hoped yet, but other guys that are rocking and rolling. So typical stuff this time of year. Last week we had the Colorado College Invite, which is just a real low-key meet. We've kind of helped co-host with them. They put in a new track 2 years ago, small or 6-lane track, and it's nice to be at home and not be on the road for a weekend. And a lot of our guys ran off distances, did speed work or over distance maybe for some, and it was fine. A little windy in the afternoon, but got done what we needed to. The purpose of the meet. And this week we had to CU. And it should be a really good meet. It usually is because the following week are several big meets in California that a lot of teams travel to. So a lot of guys are sharpening up for that. There are other schools as well. So the heats are usually pretty good for the 800, 1500, those kind of events, and guys who are getting ready to run like a 5K or 10K or steeplechase out west.
And speaking of the CU one, going up to Boulder this weekend, kind of how do you prepare for that? And the travel isn't as bad as Texas, but how do you kind of prepare for that too?
For us, that's really nothing since it's in the Front Range. It's a quick trip up north, but that's obviously nice because there's a lot of times it's not like that, and you have to go to the mountain pass that's going west, or you have to go quite a ways east to get to a bigger meet or south. So it's nice to have a really high caliber meet just down the road, and pretty much all our guys that are healthy will be competing in something. So probably about 75-80% of the guys will race, and so it'll be good. And then next week at this time we'll be traveling to California with a pretty solid group, and looking forward to that as always. Weather's generally pretty conducive for good performances, and being at sea level, obviously the guys always look forward to that and feeling good. And right now that's kind of what we're looking forward to.
And Coach, there's been rumors of this famous Kick of the Week award. Can you explain that and also the very famous trophy that you guys have?
Yeah, I got to give credit to Mitch Klump because he's the one that inspired the Kick of the Week award. It's actually called the Green Lantern Kick of the Week award. Mitch is quite a fan of comic books and superheroes. Actually, he's an expert on it. And Green Lantern is his guy. And early in the indoor season, we were at a meet at Colorado School of Mines. He was running the 3,000, had a great day, big PR, and ended up being in just a huge battle with these two guys in about the last 100 meters. Coming off the curve, it was just an epic look. It was kind of like that scene in The Shining, the movie The Shining, with Jack Nicholson busts through the door with the axe. I mean, that's what he looked like. We got a good photo of him, in all his glory. So anyway, we decided. I mean, it was an awesome finish. We're like, and one of the guys, actually Coach Kabatsky, was standing there, and he said that was like Green Lantern right there. You know, that kind of kick. So we said, that's it. We're going to have the Green Lantern Kick of the Week award. And Misch is notorious for having, I don't know where he finds them, but these superhero socks, you know, they stand out. So decided that he would donate a sock to whoever won the award every week. And we've had some pretty good ones so far. You know, it's become a point of pride with some of our guys. And last week, Kyle McCloskey won. He had a great finish in the 1500 at Mines, won his heat and ran a big PR. Honorable mention was Dave Olson, who works right here in the sports information office, so he can't live this down. He had a great last lap at mine or at Fort Hayes in the 5K. So yeah, it's just fun, you know, and it's good. It's good. It's something to be proud of. You win it, you know, I guess, but it's kind of a fun award. So there you go.
And Coach, do you actually have a favorite superhero?
Well, I guess, like I've said, Batman would have to be the guy overall. I mean, he seems to be in the action, and he's got an answer for everything. So you know, it's hard to go wrong with that. Yeah, pretty popular guy. So Batman.
And Coach, being a coach, you know, you've probably had a couple of role models growing up, and you know, who has been kind of the biggest role model for coaching for you?
Wow, there's been several. There's a lot of guys. There's been several that are older, and guys I got to coach under and with, and then guys who were, as I went on in my career, that became peers. Quite a few guys, you know, Jim Crubb, Fred Tornaden, Dennis Weber, Bill Lundberg. Those were all guys that had, you know, big influences on me. Coach Rodney Schwab when I was in high school. People like that, just all along the way. It's just guys who, whether I was an assistant for or guys I got the opportunity to work at camps with when I was younger or things like that, just coming up through the ranks. And then obviously the longer you're in the sport, you become good friends with guys around the country, people you have a lot of respect for. Jeff Stiles, coach at Washington University, one of my best friends, one of the best people you ever meet in your life. And he actually was the coach of our women's coach, Corey Kabatsky, when he ran in college. So that's kind of a neat connection that we've had over the years, and how Corey originally came to us as an assistant a few years ago. But I think no matter what you're doing, whatever area you're in, it is really important that you have the opportunity to spend time around people that have not only been there, done it, but or have done it the way that you would want to do it, that value the same things that you value in a person and just why you got into this. And they can relate with you as you go through the ups and downs and the peaks and valleys, and they're always good to bounce things off of. And now I'm in, man, I can't believe I think it's been 16 years at the college level. I had a couple years at the high school level and, you know, and whatnot in between. But even today, there's a lot of guys I call without hesitation, say, hey, you know, I'm thinking about this. What's your opinion on it? And it's not that you don't know what you're doing or whatever, but it's good that you have those people you respect and have a relationship with them that it's better not just for you but for your team, you know, because you're trying to do the best you can. And whatever you do, you're constantly learning. I mean, every year is a new challenge. There's always new situations that come up, circumstances, things that you're working at, you're dealing with, you know, things that maybe you haven't had happen before. And so as a coach, you have to always keep getting better. I mean, it's not that you're not wanting to do that anyway in whatever you do, but you have to. You can't just kind of stay stagnant, and that's why it's good to have other people that are maybe have been down the road before or have been through a certain experience, and you want to use that to your their knowledge and help you get better too.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for those words, and good luck up at Boulder with the Colorado Invitational, and have a good meet.
Thanks, appreciate it.